What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Most women will not get a six-figure man. And I'm going to explain why. Because I said, yeah, and y'all know me. Y'all know I don't be going in on the women. But I said I will address some issues that are major. And this is something I've said to women several times on my ladies channel. I might come back. Only problem with the ladies channel, I hear too many guys posting on there like it was a men's channel. So I said, shit, I gotta figure out how to do that. I'm just trying to tell the ladies some shit. And I be telling the women some shit from a real point of view and everything. You know, like that tough love uncle shit, you know. But here's the thing though, and this is for whoever's gonna listen to this. Most women ain't getting a six-figure man because one thing I'm seeing online and all this other bullshit, you got all these women talking about, well, he got to make six figures. You know? He has to make six figures. Or I won't go out with him if he making $50,000, which is still a lot. Please. Shit, let's be real. If you making $50,000 out here, you're already in the top 25. So that's not like just something to sneeze at. But you got some women up here saying they want that. They want $500,000. Now, I talked about top women yesterday. Now, if the woman 8 to 10, okay, I get it. She fine. And let's just be real. Men like fine women. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at how pretty they are, what number they rank in, whatever our personal system is. You know, we're looking for the icons or trophies. Okay. So it's fair. So if they looking for it, but see, you got some women out here, they ain't rating no 8, 9, or 10. Man, they get on IG or something trying to show their body or something, their face. Shoot, men will pay them to get off of there and say, baby, get off of there. Or they just block them or something and say, damn, that's 2 seconds I can't get back. Let's just be real. If you look at a lot of these women talking about they want this high post man, they ain't all that. Average at best. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. I ain't trying to be mean to them or anything. Now, if they're 8 to 10 range and they making six figures themselves, I give it to them. You know? I was like, okay, that's reasonable. Most women want a man making more. So if a woman making $150,000, she want a man make $200,000. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's reasonable. But let's be real. Most of the women be up here talking about they want a six-figure man. You be looking at them like you. Because first of all, look, there's three things, two major things a woman can bring to a man already making six figures. They can bring good-ass sex, and total cooperation. You know? Because they know, look, let's get the sex part out the way, the obvious out the way. A man worked that hard, he expect to have a badass woman. They picky. Seriously. A man making six figures, which means he's like in one of the top men on the planet. And especially the higher he goes, he don't want no bullshit. He want a fine-ass woman. Shoot, you talking about some man making like, when I say six figures, $250,000, $500,000, shoot, just a couple 100,000 away from $1 million. Shit, you don't want no like pancake sex or some woman average looking, not giving up the poo, right? Shit. Now if she wasn't there, now let me hold up. That remind me. Now some women will say, well, that guy's a billionaire, he got an average woman. They got an average. Those women were there when they didn't have shit. You know? They weren't there when they didn't have shit. Or they just happened to be the perfect match for the man. And also willing to look the other way when he fucking that youngin'. And let's just be real. A lot of those men, they'll have mistresses whose sole purpose is sex. But usually when a man even when he get with an average woman, then she had that second thing, cooperation. You got some women want to fight everybody and think this man is going to work hard and come home to a house where he had to argue with the woman. That shit ain't happening. Or something else a lot of these women will say. They think this man is going to serve them. So he going to work. Any man getting six figures, I don't care who he is, He put in a lot of hours at work, whether he got a career, whether he got a business, whatever. He ain't doing all that shit just to come home to some woman who gonna boss him around too. First of all, the typical six-figure man, he don't, shoot, that's a CEO type. Shit, that's a master of the universe type. He bossing other people around. He ain't coming to your ass to be bossed around. Shit, he ain't coming to some ordinary woman to be bossed around. He ain't going home. Shit, he boss. Hey, shit, he might be affecting like the lives, the livelihoods, directing thousands of people. He ain't coming home to some woman who ain't doing shit, just sitting around. That's some like motherfucking fantasy and shit. Women need to get off of that shit. And I told women on my channel what they need to do. They need to find that man before he get to six figures. I told a woman that back when way back in the day. And she remembered too, because she reminded me. I said, shit, you better hop on now. I said, get that man. I've told women, I'm going to tell women, y'all can tell y'all female friends or female acquaintances, whatever they are to you. You said, you better catch that man before he get there. Don't wait till the finish line. Because he going to be like, what the fuck? Because you got a lot of women, they want that man at the finish line. You better catch him when he getting started. And I said it's easy for women to figure it out. Just talk to the man. All they had to do was talk to the man, see where he trying to go. And then, even then, see if he's taking some honest steps. Is he getting his education? Is he working towards that goal? You get him there. That's the best way. Because, yeah, there's some men who will make a lot of money and then leave for, like, a finer woman. But most of them don't. Most of them stick with it. Even in Hollywood, you get some of those actors. They've been with their wives for years. Actors, athletes. You know, you get LeBron James. He's been with his wife since the get-go. You know, you get somebody like big old Denzel since the get-go. Whatever, a lot of actors, that's normal. But see, they got the men before they got big. That's the only way. You get these women, they want the men at the finish line and shit. What the fuck, that ain't happening. Because first of all, if he got to that level, he's going to be smart. And see, I'm gonna hit y'all with something now. Those guys remember when they didn't get the play. I've said this in seminars. I said, you talk to some men who got up there, who really made some money. Now, unless they were some Goodbar motherfucker getting pussy like crazy, and most aren't, he wasn't getting nothing when he had nothing. Women would actually say to him and say, well, let me know when you get that degree or something. Shit. Let me know. I'm like, fuck that. Your ass better be right there while I'm studying for that degree. Seriously, you get a lot of women on that fantasy shit. That's why I said, you know, like I said at first, at the beginning, you know, I'm going on women. This channel more about fixing up men, but I gotta call out some bullshit when I see it. You get these women want this guy, they want him to be six figures, all of that 6 figures, 7 figures. It's only a matter of time before the regular 7 figures, want $1 million. Then you ask them what they bring to the table and say, I am the table. Unless your pussy got a cape on that shit. And just fire a man up, and that's actually possible. That's actually possible. That's some high level shit. Like you talking into some tantra sex or something, some sex magic and shit. Most women, let's be real. Over 90% of women, 95% of women, 98% of women don't got it like that. They don't know how to. They don't know how to take a man to a higher level via their pussy. So let's be real. Yeah, if they got that shit. Okay, I can understand. It's like, oh, okay, energy. That's some higher level metaphysical shit. I'm just giving a little clue about it, right? Some higher level metaphysicians know exactly what I'm talking about, but most women don't got that. Most women don't got that. And then cooperation, shit. You got some women, they want to argue with you. They think they can be argumentative, contrary, all this shit, and think a man's still gonna want their ass. Please, ladies, no. Because if that man making if he making 6 figures, and not a mere 100,000, because nowadays just a mere 100,000 is just middle class. But he making 6 figures, he's making all this money and stuff. He don't want any problems. He don't want any problems, and he ain't gonna. First of all, he ain't gonna follow you. He ain't gonna follow you. He ain't. He don't want any problems, and that sex better be the bomb. then the household better be the bomb. And then here's something else too. If he take you around his social circle, you can't be on some bullshit. You can't be all ghetto and shit, all ratchet. You know, you gotta have certain social graces. That's why when some men of power will pay for an escort, they ain't paying so much for the sex. They paying for her social graces. She gotta know how to operate. In fact, at that high level, that's the only, like, if a woman ain't like an 8, 9, or 10, she better be thorough on those other things. She better be an asset and not a liability. But see, these women ain't telling a man, he already made the money. Well, okay, he making $250,000, $250,000, right? What you bringing? You working on a job making 50, that don't matter. I was thinking about my neighbor where I live. He, got a townhouse and everything. That dude got a Tesla and a BMW in his garage. He making money, and you know what? The women I seen bring over, they were top tier. See, when you're at that level and stuff, like most women need to be realistic. First of all, if you say, okay, you want a man who's at least working, okay, that's fair. That's fair. In fact, I tell any man need to be working anyway. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But see, it's smarter for a woman to get a man who is building up to that, or to build together. Because if he making 50, and let's say the woman's making 50, right? Shoot, that's that's a 6-figure household right there. Then you can build together. And I know a lot of women there are some women who got that attitude. They'll build the business with their husband. Like if he in business, he's making a $250,000. He making whatever. But he making 6 figures. He's very successful. That woman needs to show how she's going to add to that in some way. And it's not necessarily in money either, but, like she's bringing. But is she cooperative with him? She blowing his mind in the bedroom. They're at a higher level practicing sex transmutation, sex magic. If you that, okay. But most women, like I said, most women aren't that. Most women are like on that fantasy shit. They need to let that shit go. There's a lot of good men out there for them who they might not make as much, but they got good intentions for them. They're going to work. They're going to keep some shit in. Shit. In fact, back when I was married, my wife was a part of this stay-at-home moms group. And you had men in there, while they women were staying at home taking care of the kids, you had men in there working 2 and 3 jobs just so they could stay home. Understand something, a man don't mind working and shit, but see, when a woman get an arbitrary number, like I said, they ain't worried about it. Like those men, they worked hard, they did what they had to do. But see, a lot of women don't want that shit. A lot of women, they just think they're going to show up to the finish line. And it kills me, they ain't even at their most attractive. Women be in their 30s and shit. Let's just be real. Like, I ain't big on that wall thing, but most women ain't going to look the same in their 30s that they did in their 20s. They ain't going to look the same. And like I said, with men, our thing is, we ain't looking at your money. We ain't looking at the woman's money. Shit, we got our own money. What else that woman bringing? Is that sex? And no, I'm going to keep it a buck. Is that sex going to blow us out the water? Is she cooperative? She gonna blow his mind in the bedroom? Is she gonna be peaceful, bringing him peace? When he come home, she got peace. In fact, if he making enough money, she don't even have to work. So is she doing stuff around the house? If he want a legacy, is she gonna be a good mother? He looking at all that shit. Because he don't need her to bring money. He don't need her to boss him around. And he ain't gonna work hard just to enslave himself to her. Now, if a woman can find that type of man, hey, one out of a million, you probably have a better chance of winning the lottery. But most men want to run shit regardless of how much money they make. They want that cooperative woman. Indeed, if a woman's cooperative, like I said, if a woman's cooperative, they build together. They can build together. Then you're a part of it. Because most men, they want that woman who's going to be loyal. In fact, And I've talked about this before. A lot of men, I've known several men who were making like in that 6-figure range. Like I said, don't let the car shit fool you. I just get more attention with the car. I wouldn't do them at all otherwise. But don't let the car shit fool you. Well, don't let any roughness fool you. I've known some guys, shit. Hell, my own tax return, I can present that in a court of law. And when you get these guys, though, they ain't some dumb motherfuckers. Because what they'll do is they'll have two cars. One will be that late model fancy car, whatever, Jeep, truck, whatever. It'll be like that late model shit. Hell, it could be a Rolls Royce. Seriously. It could be a Rolls Royce, Maserati, something like that. I don't like Maserati. That might be my next car. They'll have that late model car, but then they'll also have a second car, a hoopty. Guess which one they'll go on a date with? They ain't gonna go in that fancy car. They ain't gonna go in that hoopty. They gonna go in that hoopty. Seriously, plenty of guys got that. I remember when I was did that film, No More Mr. Nice Guy, down in Atlanta. The main character, we filmed a lot of shit at his house. He had a car, that shit didn't even have air conditioning in that joint. They ain't have air conditioning, so we in Atlanta driving around, kind of hot out, had to just roll the windows down. He didn't have air conditioning. Got home, got to his house to film some stuff. Dude had a motorcycle and a late model car just sitting in the garage. I mean, like one of those fancy type motorcycles. Man, he had a big ass house and shit, but you wouldn't tell that. But trust me, you get dudes like that, they'll have that shit, but they'll keep that hoopty running just to take on a date. And that's really just to test out the woman, see what's up with her. Now, you get some women, they'll be in the car and they be acting all funky and shit. You be like, yeah, okay. All right. Now, a woman who really into the man, though, that shit ain't gonna matter. Hell, you look at Barack Obama, he said, shoot, on his first date with Michelle, that dude had a hole in the car. And look to the heights he rose to. You better catch that man early. See what's on his mind. And some women might say, well, why would he fake like that? He ain't faking, that's still his car. He just want to see where your head's at. Because unfortunately, you got too many women out here on that acculturated prostitution shit. And they just want to know how much money the man make instead of knowing his character. Because trust me, even if they get a man ain't making a bunch of money, there's a lot of dogs out there making 6 figures too. Don't think they're all righteous and shit. A woman need to find that man who's going to really have good intentions towards her, who wants to work. That's why I tell a woman, find that guy who wants to work, find out where he going and shit, and then help him and shit. Don't put him on standby and shit. Y'all know I did that video on standby yesterday. Don't put his ass on standby and then thinking he gonna want you after he made something. It's like, well, hold up, you rejected him when he had shit. That man will reject you. See, a lot of women on some fantasy shit. They think a man gonna take them back no matter what. They gotta show something. Out of women I dealt with, 2 I would even consider taking back. 2. And that's because I know what was up with them. But other than that, fuck no. Fuck to the no. And a lot of women gotta think about that shit. Women gotta be realistic. These women online taking seriously. And I know y'all probably seen more videos than I have. Women talking about, well, he gotta make 6 figures. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You ain't a top woman because you even asking. And here's something I ask too, if you ever encounter those women, say, how many 6-figure dudes have you encountered? And it's either gonna be none, or if they say, well, I dated a few, okay, how come you ain't with them? Then if they say they dated a few, like say they dated 3 or 4 or whatever, right? Ask them how come they ain't with them. Apparently they don't need to look at a man's money. They need to look at his character. Because a man of character, shoot, he gonna go make money. He gonna go do what he got to do to make money. So that's the thing. That is the thing. Seriously, a lot of women out here and stuff, and plus, you know, okay, if a guy making, first of all, like I said, if a guy making 50,000, he already in the top 25 in the world, really. He already in the top 25, and then you don't, the woman, shoot, they can build something together. See, women need to look at character. Now, I know some people will say, get on here, well, women don't look at character. Well, I'm telling them to. Yeah, I know they looking at guys, or they'll say, well, they just looking at, no, I'm going to delete the comments. Because y'all know what I mean. And if a woman don't, and she want to keep going the way she did, ask, like I said, ask them how that working for them. Ask them how that working for them and shit. So, yeah, go ahead and get some vittles and shit. Go ahead and get some vittles. But y'all know what I mean, though, man. That's how it gotta be, man. Fuck all the bullshit. Like all the bullshit, alright? So anyway, right? That's all I got for today, y'all. I'm gonna do my thing and stuff. I got a lot to do. Like I said, I got life outside y'all, man. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. Alright? So anyway, I'll let y'all, I'll give y'all something tomorrow to think about too. Something I gotta point out. I always gotta point out some shit. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace and blessings.